I am Emille Jhon Carabeo from BSRT 51 and today I'm presenting to you my thesis proposal. Tourism is an indispensable element of national economy and an industry of national interest and importance. It is an engine of social economic growth and cultural affirmation that generate investment, foreign exchange, and employment. Tourism consistently played a critical role in economic growth of the Philippines. However, tourism industry experienced a decline in its economic growth due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to closure of business, loss of jobs, and overall economic recession. Tourist arrival declined to 1.5 million in 2020 from 8.3 million tourists recorded in 2019. This bleak development was reflected in 2021, which have a total of 160,000 foreign visitors. Recognizing tourism as a major economic driver to stimulate economic growth, the Department of Tourism trusts to promote safe, fun, and competitive tourism which pursue a sustainable, inclusive, and resilient tourism environment. In support to the DOT's objective to promote tourism industry, introducing to you my thesis proposal, Ecopolis, the Clark City Tourism Complex, achieving a sustainable socio-economic growth through eco-adaptive architecture. The proposal is a 20 hectares tourism enterprise zone located inside the Clark Special Economic Zone in Pampanga. It is envisioned to be an all-day tourist destination that will host an array of tourism enterprises such as shopping center, hotel, convention center, amusement park, and public park. The goal of this study is to design a sustainable tourism complex that can adapt to the challenges in the tourism industry, creating opportunities on having a resilient and safe tourism experience in an effort to jumpstart the tourism industry. Eco-adaptive architecture helps providing the development a solution on different problems like creating a safe and resilient environment, mitigating the impact of natural disasters, developing the cultural identity of the area, and creating a development that are able to adapt the current and future situation tourism industry. Application of this approach also creates a deeper understanding on how to handle problems like the pandemic in order for the development to withstand its destructive effect. The review of related literature of the study revolves in the idea of the design approach, building typology design, and tourism-related topics in order to strengthen and aid in achieving the concept of the study. The design approach deals on the adaptive architecture, which is concerned with the buildings that are designed to adapt to their environment, inhabitant, and object. Ecological architecture, which describes the ecological interaction of the building and natural surroundings. And eco-adaptive architecture, which deals on the cooperation between architecture and natural environment to adapt to the changes in their environment. Next is the building typology design topics, which are guidelines on creating a sustainable development that will further support the concept of the study. And lastly, the tourism-related topics, which creates a better understanding on the relevance of architecture to the tourism industry. For the foreign case study, the Wuliang Interties from Yibin, China, the Parque Torre from Calpan de Juarez, Mexico, the One Bishop Gate from London, United Kingdom. These three development offers innovative ideas that can be adopted to the proposed development. For the local case study, the SM City Clark Complex offers a similar enterprise to the proposal. The development is composed of several buildings which includes Tech Hub, BPO Towers, Convention Center, Hotel, and the mall itself, which is connected by the elevated bridgeway. This bridgeway is used to highlight the landscape and the urban design of the development. Proposed tourism complex will be located in Region 3, Central Luzon, specifically in Mabalacat, Pampanga. The site of the proposed project will be in Clark Tourism Enterprise Zone. It is a 20 hectares of greenfield property located along the Prince Balagtas extension. Based on the initial analysis of the site, it is strategically located near an international gateway and major expressway, such as the Clark International Airport, Subic Freeport, SCTEX, Clark Railway, and Bulacan Airport. For the SWOT analysis, the strength of the site is the proximity of the site to other leisure activities, landscape of the site that can be customized freely, and it is relatively flat. For the weakness, it is the susceptibility to liquefaction and flood, and no tree present within the site. For the opportunities, the site can be an accent to the area, and it can boost the economical means of the area since more tourists is expected to visit. The site is accessible also to major gateways. And lastly is the threat, which is the lack of environmental character, possible competition of same typology, and limited transportation means. Moving on to the environmental system, for the foundation system, while foundation will be incorporated in response to the natural hazard of the site. Framing system will be long span steel framing to have a large unobstructed spaces. Floor framing will incorporate reinforced concrete. For the electrical system, it will be provided by the PELCO 2. Alternative power supply like emergency power supply system and solar panel will also be incorporated to the development. In the mechanical system, centralized air condition and split-type air conditioning unit will be incorporated. For the firefighting system, it will be the wet pipe sprinkler system along with other firefighting components like fire alarm, smoke detector, emergency lighting, and fire extinguisher. For the sanitary system, it will be the unfed system for the water distribution along with the gray water recycling system. In sanitary drainage, the development will incorporate 3-chambered septic tank, and for the storm drainage, it will be the rainwater harvesting system, permeable pavement, and vegetated swale to reduce the storm water runoff and increase the environmental quality. For the waste management, waste handling and segregation will incorporate to achieve a healthy and sustainable development. And for the security system, CCTV will be incorporated to the development. Architecture is the art and science of making sure our cities and buildings fit with the way we want to live our lives. This is the design philosophy of Bart Ingels that will be implemented to the project. This philosophy creates an understanding on how to deal with a variety of constraints, which creates a limitation on the design of the project. By defining the clear conflict between ecology and economy, new ways of ecological and economical development can be achieved. In relation to this, the study will adapt to the concept of creating a connection to architecture and nature towards a sustainable economy. Aspects like environment, climatology, architecture, technology, and occupants to the tourism complex will be considered in a changing context and will be further supported by the 3 fundamental factors of architecture, which is the aesthetic, function, and economic, to attain equilibrium of appropriate balance to development. Moreover, the form of the development will be a combination of subtractive and additive method in response to the buildable area of the site, distribution of spaces, access and connection, and blending with natural surroundings. The proposed tourism complex project is a public-private partnership with the Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority, or the CHEZA, Clark Development Corporation, or the CDC, and the Odena Land Incorporated. As per the computation, the project will have a probable construction cost of 10,922 million pesos. This is composed of land acquisition costs,
building construction costs, mechanical and electrical service costs, fit-out costs, land development costs, furnishing fixture and equipment costs, professional fee, and contingency fund. Based on the computed annual expenses and source of revenue, the return of investment will be 7 years. Here is the site development plan for the Ecopolis Clark Tourism Complex. It is composed of the 3 main buildings, which are the hotel, convention center, and shopping center. Supporting structure like amusement park, transport terminal, golf range facility, and public park is also incorporated. Here are the flow of the development. For the hotel development, here are the zoning. Here are the flow for the hotel development. And the perspective. For the convention center development, here are the zoning. Here are the flow for the convention center. And the perspective. For the shopping center development, here are the zoning. Here are the flow for the shopping center. And the perspective. And that would be all for my thesis presentation. Thank you for listening.